Hey Dad, with today's daily crypto news.
Well, I want to have a quick discussion about why are we even moving to blockchain? Why do we even have to mess around with it? Well, unless you've been living under a rock during my generation, especially, I'm a Gen Xer. Man, the one thing you saw in every election cycle is we're going to bring down the debt. The deficit's too high. There's so much pork barrel spending. That was an old term, a buzzword they would use when elections would come around to try to put down whoever they were running against, right? Whatever politician you may want to choose. Pork barrel spending, and we need to become leaner and meaner and all this kind of stuff. Yet that never happened, no matter what party was in control. They spent like drunken sailors, worse even, and then they abused the privilege of the world reserve currency here in the United States. And so blockchain is built to create a new system that possibly could be a lot fairer, but it's going to have to be something other nations are going to buy into, because they've had it with the abuse of those of the world reserve currency, in particular the sanctions part. That's really just not going to work anymore going forward. But we also want to solve a lot of the problems in currency, like friction, like it's very expensive to move money around the world. It is very slow. It is very unreliable. It's also difficult to know when the money gets where it's supposed to go. It takes a long time. It's not quick and easy. And there is, I think, a 6% loss in SWIFT transactions. So you have a 6% chance of, if you have a multi-billion-dollar transaction, some of it might get lost or all of it might get lost. That's kind of what happens. I doubt a billion-dollar transaction would fall victim to that. But large transactions have fallen victim to that. So there's about a 6% loss rate. So I want to point you to this video that kind of explains how we got where we are now, and the reasoning behind why we need to move into, or one of the reasons why we need to move into this new system. So I'll have my daughter read this.
This from Digital Asset Investor. Crypto was created to replace the petrodollar system and to preserve the US dollar as a world reserve currency. Digital currency wars happened for a reason.
True. So let's take a look. This is Jim Rickards. If you don't know who Jim Rickards is, he basically, he's an advisor to the governments on macroeconomics and repercussions of certain moves they might be considering. Very smart guy. Look him up. Jim Rickards, Rickards, I believe is how it's spelled. And I think you'll be fairly impressed with his resume. Nice guy. Here are a few words from good old Jim. Take a look.
We did not lose our reserve currency status because of the petrodollar accord in 1974. And I had a role in that. It was my first meeting on official business in the White House. I met with Helmut Sonnenfeld, who was the Deputy National Security